Whoa, 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 wait a second. I know that look. It's at this moment I knew I messed up. I mean, look at that eye smile. She's grinning from ear to ear under that mask. Somebody's a little bit too happy. And off her first shot, and the focus. She is enjoying this. And what the heck, this is the best she shot all day. We shot all these other guns and all of a sudden now you're shooting really good? So what, you just weren't trying on the other ones? Good, very good. I'm pretty sure everything from this point out is just formalities and procrastination. She's already decided she wants to take my gun.
I like this.
God! So if she loved it and did so well with it, what are the chances that I won't like it? If you guess slim to none, you would be right. The Glock 45 MOS. Let's talk about it. We are clear. I feel like there's a ton of Glock 45 reviews all over the internet. I'm not trying to add on to any of them. I feel like most of them are done pretty much perfectly, and I agree with most of what all the other reviewers are saying. I, however, just want to give you guys a take on my Glock 45 and what I did to it to make it fit a little bit better for me, and also why I got it in the first place. So about 8 months ago, I became interested in the Glock 45. I always liked the 17 grip, but I just never really wanted to carry it. And the first time I actually held a Glock 45, it was crazy because for some reason, the balance on this thing is amazing. A lot of reviewers say that, and I wholeheartedly agree with it. It's true. I don't know what it is about the balance of this gun, but it just works. So I've had it in a few videos now, but really quick, just to show you what I've done to mine, is we have the Magwell suppressor height sights, we have the TLR-7A, we have the Zev Tech Magwell, we have the Vortex Venom on it with the Overwatch Precision Poly-Dat trigger. Oh, and also we have the standard Glock extended slide lock / slide release, whatever you want to call it. The backstrap here, I actually just cut in half. It's a regular medium backstrap, cut it in half. That's just so I won't get slide bite and I can still get high up on the gun. It changes the grip angle a little bit, which is really, really cool. I prefer a 1911 style grip angle, but it doesn't change it as much as, say, if I were to do it with the large backstrap, which I did do. So I have the large backstrap cut down as well. To be honest with you, I really like using that one. At this point, I just have the medium one on there cut down. It's just what's on there right now. Aside from that, I have polished all of the internals. You guys know how I pretty much do all of my setups. Some of the springs have also been tweaked or changed, but let's go over the entire package in a little bit more detail upstairs. I feel like a lot of people think I hate Glocks, or I dislike them at least. There actually couldn't be anything further from the truth. I know I joke on them here or there, but I mean, who doesn't? The truth is they're actually really awesome guns. I always just felt like for the money, there were better options out there that were just as reliable, which, let's be honest, that's the truth. However, with the Gen 5 series, they pretty much stepped up quite a few upgrades externally and internally. Is it perfect? No, absolutely not. But it's a Glock. It's one of those things where there's so many aftermarket parts, you kind of buy one knowing that you're going to upgrade it. I personally don't do too many of the aesthetic upgrades. I like for it to look good, but the main thing for me is performance. I mean, at the end of the day, these are the things that we're going to be using to protect our lives and our families' lives. You know, why not have them perform to the best of their ability? So let's take a deeper look at my Glock 45 MOS. The absolute first thing that I put on any gun is a light. You never know when you may be in a situation to need it, so I'd rather have it than not. The next thing that I put on it was obviously my Vortex Venom Red Dot. Now, a lot of people ask or wonder why I run dots on all of my guns. Truth is, I have very, very poor eyesight. I mean, I'm not that far from being blind. And not just that, I have an astigmatism, pretty bad one, in both eyes. So for me, a red dot is almost necessary. I have found a way to shoot with regular irons really well, actually, but nowhere near as fast as with the red dot. Another thing I did to it was add the Overwatch Precision Poly DAT trigger. It's a really good trigger. It's definitely an upgrade from the Glock one. However, it's not quite on the level of like an Apex. I haven't actually tried any other Overwatch Precision triggers. I know they probably are quite a step up from this though. But this one's good, like I said, not bad at all. All right, so we can take a quick look at the trigger pull. Short take up to the wall, and then there's almost like a roll through, and then a break. Now that roll through, a lot of you are gonna hate. We call it different things, creep, mush, whatever have you. One of the things that I've been fortunate to do this year is to talk to a lot of competitive shooters and just go to a few matches. I've actually realized that a lot of them actually favor that rolling break. And to be honest with you, after trying it and seeing how I group with it, there's actually a good thing to be said about it. Now, if you think about like competition or like a real life, self-defense situation, you're not going to hit the wall and then break, hit the wall and then break. You're just going to be pulling through it. So why would we practice to hit the wall then? At the end of the day, what is it there for then? Now I get it for law enforcement, they need that wall. It's like, whoa, wait up. But for home defense, somebody already broke into your house, you've identified them. You're most likely going through that wall and you want to do it as smoothly as possible. So knowing that rolling break actually starts to feel really good. I never thought I would say that, but I actually do like it. So when I was modifying this trigger, I chose to set it up for a little bit of a roll. I did have it as a tactical break first, and believe it or not, with this trigger, I actually like the rolling break better. So that's what's in there right now. We can do it one more time for you guys. Here it is, the wall, roll, break. And I'm actually stopping on the roll. It is actually smooth. So just kind of like wall, break through it. The reset's good. It's not the best, but pretty good. So right there, back on and break through. The next thing we can talk about is the Zev Gen 5 Magwell. It looks amazing. Yes, it tends to be a little big, but it works insanely good. A few people say they have problems concealing the 45 by itself, so why add a Magwell to it? Well, you have to understand, I'm coming from carrying the PPQ appendix with the 17 rounder in there. So to be honest with you, it's about the same, if not the PPQ extends a little bit longer. So this is personally easy for me to carry. I know it's not the same for everybody. I'm running a Mariglow blacked out suppressor height sights. Pretty standard. And lastly, like I said, the factory Glock extended slide lock release. Now this thing is worth its weight in gold. I had no idea it would be that amazing to use. Anybody who has a Glock, just get this stock factory extended slide lock release. It is amazing. You can activate with either hand and it's just smooth. I just didn't know it would be that good. Now these are the stock factory beaver tail back straps that come with the new Gen 5 Glocks. All I did was take the medium one, which you see here, and the large one and cut them down, kind of resembling the grip force adapters that you can buy, except for obviously this is free. Super easy to do. Just figure it out. Can't really tell you how to do it, but again, that's super easy. The main reason for doing this is obviously, so you don't get that slide bite, especially if you're able to ride the gun pretty high. The next benefit is the large one will give you more of a 1911 grip angle. Now, why not just leave on the entire back strap? Why do you have to cut it? You cut it so you won't get that hump, so you can get that angle. So that's what it ends up looking like. I actually think it looks pretty cool. And that pretty much covers all the external stuff. The internals are pretty simple. I can hear it now. A lot of people are going to jump in and chime in saying, oh, you do too much to the internals. You shouldn't mess with this or that, or it changes tolerances. It's going to make it unreliable. Listen, I tell people all the time, there's a reason why there's, armorers, and there's a reason why there's gunsmiths. Just go ahead and take your firearm there. Don't worry about it. But there are a few people out there that can work on their firearms and do so very well and make sure that they maintain that reliability, if not make it better, and understand that there's no real such thing as perfection. If for 1 minute you think that these devices are coming from the factory 100% tuned in and ready to go, you're halfway right. Yes, they're ready to go, but no, they're not 100% tuned in. And yes, Yes, you can make them better. It's true. Again, a lot of times you can mess that up by messing with what you're not supposed to and giving up one thing for another. Myself, I make sure that I don't lose any reliability and I get as much of a performance boost as I can. I want my firearms to look good, yes, but I'm not so much worried about aesthetics as much. I'm not that guy that's into Gucci Glocks or anything like that. If that's your thing, 100% that's cool. For me, they kind of look a little bit goofy. The crazy slide work and all of that stuff, It does have a 3.5 pound connector. It has a 4 pound striker spring and a lowered weight firing pin spring. I've run about 500 rounds through it now. Lots of different types of ammo. No hiccups whatsoever. I mean, this thing is running flawlessly. Now, I know you guys are actually gonna wanna pull weight on this, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. Those of you who watched my channel before know right around where I like my pull weight at. Let's see if you guys can actually guess it. So we'll pull from the bottom where I pulled the trigger from. See if we can get this thing to focus. And there you have it. 3 pounds, 2 ounces. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one.